All right, we're getting ready to come up to the tarot read for the day today. Just a quick little heads up, as I usually do. This is the key card. This is the overall temperature. Imagine. Imagine. You want to get here, but you're going to have to go through this. Yeah. That's the story. I'll give you the details coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome to this brand new edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. If you are a first timer, especially thank you. If you have been following up and periodically checking in, because I do a brand new reading every single day, 365 days of the year. And if you're someone who has been following me for the past few months as I build this channel, blessings and gratitude. Same thing, by the way, for the first timers. And for the first timers, let me tell you what separates this tarot reading from other tarot readings. First of all, I do archetypal readings. I take the images on the card. I try not to add anything, although I do an 8-card spread. And the reason I use so few cards, I use 4 decks, but 8 cards, is because the Tao is, at its essence, the simplest, the most direct path. So I don't use a lot of cards, although I use a lot of decks, because I'm looking to see if I can find repetition, if I can find 2 or 3, maybe 4 of something. Now, that's sending a specific message. I also take a look at the energies that surround all of us, the energy of coming, going, pushing, pulling. And stop and think. In the course of a day, you have a lot of things coming at you, you have a lot of things going away from you, a lot of things pushing, a lot of things pulling. It's a part of life. But rather than me tell you what those mean, what I instead do is make you aware of those energies. You apply them to your life. Alrighty, and then you navigate your life. I give you the power. Look at it as an energetic weather report, okay? You want to know what the energies are around you for the next 24 to 72 hours. This will help you prepare yourself and start to make decisions that will work in your favor, make you stronger, happier, healthier, more productive, whatever it is you're looking to do. Another thing that separates me from other tarot readers is I do something called the Hyper Shuffle. You will almost see that in the next few moments, and I try to get this reading in about 10 minutes, give or take a couple of minutes. It all depends on how the cards come out for that day. But that's pretty much the situation. And again, I would like to ask you to please like, subscribe, and share. Those are the things that YouTube looks at when we're trying to build this channel. So please, if you're coming back, thumbs up every time. If you're a first timer, please like, subscribe, and share. Alrighty. I was talking about the Hyper Shuffle. This is where it all begins. Let's get to it. And there you go. There is the Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to today's reading. We begin with a wonderful card. This is the first card. It's an oracle card, and it sets the temperature for the whole reading, and that is Imagine. Wow. Imagine. Okay, that is a great card because that may be exactly what you are doing right now in this Pisces period. Remember, we have the Pisces new moon coming up in the middle of March, just a couple of weeks down the road. And imagining, or imagination, very much a part of the Piscean experience. We've just come out of the Aquarian Mercury retrograde and a whole bunch of planets gathering in Aquarius. So it was thinking, thoughts, talking, doing that kind of thing. We're now moving into Pisces, where it's important to use your imagination. So we go to the power of coming and going. Let's just take one at a time here. Alrighty, so let's go. What do we got? 7 of Swords. Now, for a lot of people, the 7 of Swords is talking about stealth, stealing. But there's also another aspect to it, and that is the aspect of planning. It's kind of interesting because as I did a pre-shuffle, 2 sevens came out. One of them was the 7 of Pentacles, and the other was the 7 of Swords. So it got repeated here as we laid out the deck. What that tells me is there's a lot of planning going on in your life. And it's behind the scenes. It may be something that is more subconscious than even conscious. But I don't see the stealing. What I do see is the planning. And the 7 of Pentacles, along with the 7 of Swords in the pre-shuffle, tells me that you're committed to doing the work behind the scenes that you have to do so that you can have the life that you imagine. And we move from there, keeping with the energies of coming and going. How about the 3 of Cups? No, I don't see third party here. What I see is us or you choosing to get out, to get together. People need people. And the Three of Cups highlights that. Yes, you are imagining a different life under this COVID craziness. And you're working behind the scenes, you're determined, but part of that imagination thing, you want to come back to contact with people. You want to come back to contact with life. Moving now to the energies of pushing and pulling, the Hangman. The question is, okay, I'm imagining it. I'm feeling it. You're not seeing it necessarily, or either is anybody else, but you are imagining. It's just, how do I get there? From here to there, how do I get there? Because things are crazy. It's not normal, not anything near normal. And this is, for a lot of people, this will never be normal. Question is, how do I get what I'm imagining, what I'm feeling in this Piscean time with the Piscean new moon coming up in just a couple of weeks? And we continue with the energies of coming and going. This is what you're imagining. This is exactly what you're imagining. 10 of Cups. Happy, happy, happy. A lot of emotion, a lot of positive emotion, love, sustainment. This is what you're hoping for. This is what you're aiming for. Enough of being separated, enough of being quarantined, enough of self-imposed prison. But as I said, we got the Hangman. How do I get there from here? Well, first of all, your imagination. If you can imagine it, you can make it happen in your life. And that's the first step, I believe. Alrighty, we go to a magnifier card, and this, of course, is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles says you are holding on to something that is valuable to you. Now, again, we go to the top money thing. It's Pentacles, it's money. No, not necessarily. It's what you value. And right now, I believe, well, money's important. Don't get me wrong. What we're really valuing is that human contact, that human freedom. We're valuing, if I dare say, life as normal. And we're holding on to any tiny bitter piece of it that we can possibly hold on and trying to imagine a world where there's much more of the same. We want back. And we now continue with a magnifier, and this is the moon. We're feeling it. Man, we're feeling it. We're in this Pisces season, got the Pisces new moon coming up. The moon is Pisces and Cancer, and it's emotion. We're feeling it. But we're not seeing it. The moon only reflects, right? It's not direct light. But man, are we feeling it. We would love to see it reflected in our life. Life as we define normal, coming back, connecting with people, loving ourselves, loving our life more. In fact, loving life, period, more. But I guess the key to all of it is imagining. And then finally, from the vice versa deck, going forward, not reverse today, the Tower. Alrighty, something has to come to an end, has to be destroyed. And I'm not talking about externally as much as internally. For you to truly imagine, you have to truly feel. You have to sense. You have to be able to see it in your mind's eye and in your heart. And for you to do that at this point may mean that something inside of you, or maybe around you, has to be destroyed, has to come down. You know it. You know it. This is not a bad tower. This is a very good tower, and it's a necessary tower if you want to get to where your imagination is taking you. Imagine. Don't be afraid. We're in the Pisces season. Full moon in Pisces coming up in just a couple of weeks. Feel it. Don't think it. Feel it. It will help you get you where you want to go. If you can imagine, you can have. It's that simple. So there you go. There is our tarot reading for today. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're coming back as a continuing visitor, a continuing observer of this tarot channel, please always, every time you visit, thumbs up. That's very important for the folks at YouTube. I appreciate it. Much gratitude. You guys make my day. You make my life. Thank you so much for the favor. I hope I return at least as much. So, until the next time we have a chance to get together, Blessings.